What's up everybody, my name is CoalFire and welcome back to Snake Eyes. Now, I know the demo said that it was going to be about an hour long, and we're about 40 minutes into it at this point, but I don't know if my pacing is the intended speed. I don't know, we might finish it this time, we might not. You guys probably already know that because of whatever extra little bit is on the end of the title. But let's get back into this. This is my third time replaying it, just because I had to get caught up again since there's yet to be any save functions in the game, but things played out a little bit differently. I had a lot of bad luck in that last fight, and people just kept getting stunned on like trying to reload their weapons over and over and over again. I don't know, it didn't go as well. Everybody's a little bit hurt now, I think, but we made it across the river. Everybody's still alive. Let's go. Take a look at the building, or... I kind of want to take a look at the building. I want to see what's in there. We should take a look at that building, Livetti suggested, heading for the overgrown path, climbing the steep hills. North Riverside... yeah, Covenant. Let's see what's in there. The faint autumn sun and delicate breeze caressed the Covenant. Time had left its merciless mark on it. The front was covered in vines, hiding most of the entrance. It was a remote place and somberly forsaken. Something's not right. Let's find a different access. Let's move. Let's find a different access. Vilma suggested. We should check whether there are other entrances. Managing to traverse the tangled vines took quite a while and only revealed two secondary entrances, boarded up and partially collapsed. Yeah, I mean, something's not right, whispered the lay brother, approaching the entrance. The door can't be older than 2 years, and that lock appears to be in remarkably better condition than everything else here. Perhaps we should look for somewhat? Or, I mean... I kind of want to see what's going on in here. Perhaps we should look for some. Perhaps we should look for some footprints, the lay brother said, and began to search the ground for tracks along the path. A few minutes passed before the lay brother could find something. Here, there are signs of somebody using the path, and they're quite recent. Interesting, said the notary, considering that Donavati had said the Covenant had been abandoned after the aftermath of Doomsday. The notary frowned. Either something is wrong, or he lied to us. Let's not waste any more time, I guess. Rosano cut short, approaching the blocked entrance. The Covenant's door was clearly sturdier and in better condition than the rest of the building. A hefty lock closed a massive chain around the handles of the door, barring the way. Let's move. I can open this easily. I mean, if you can open it easily... I can open this one easily, the exhibidor boasted, pulling out her thieving tools and beginning to work on the lock until the device fell open with a loud click. The entrance led to a dark, damp hallway. It felt like a maw of a monstrous beast. A door on the other side of the hall led to an inner cloister, surrounded by a porch. A statue of the Virgin Mary standing in the middle of the cloister was smothered by a tangle of withered brambles. Only two of the doors under the porch seemed accessible. Opposite the door, a wide corridor led to the shadows. Towards the rooms, let's go out. Chapel... Let's see where the corridor leads. Let's search the chapel. Rosano insisted, heading towards a dark, austere-looking door. The small Covenant chapel looked like it had been converted into a warehouse of sorts. Pews were piled in one corner, and the altar had disappeared under a large mound of clothes, which dominated the scene. Search elsewhere. Take that filth off the altar. And check the pile of clothes, I guess. Rodolfo suggested, approaching the shapeless mound. What? The clothes belonged to different years, some clearly older than others. Among the formless mass, 2 Dominican robes stood out, together with 2 carabinieri uniforms and a Bodio pistol rusted and useless. What mostly alerted the notary was how all the clothes were stained by blood and torn open with cuts. Take the filth off the altar, I guess, the Inquisitor barked, pointing towards the mass of clothes. Only when the altar was freed, they find enough composure to kneel and pray, asking forgiveness for that act of profanity. Oh, I guess we got everything back that we lost? We should search somewhere else. Let's try a different room, Rosanna said, leaving the room. Yeah, this is the stuff we saw earlier. Head towards the rooms, the corridor, chapel. Let's try the rooms, I guess. We should head towards the rooms, Terziani suggested, approaching the first door to the left and reading a faded plate. An unnatural silence pervaded the nuns' rooms. Only the rhythmic dripping of water through the mossy walls hinted at the passing of time. The rooms were crammed with ruined furniture, the walls cluttered by countless paintings, all in good condition. Search elsewhere, search everything. Let's search everything, I guess. We must search everything, the exubitor said, rummaging through a few items left. Oh, finding nothing useful. Okay. Search elsewhere. These paintings again, Stefani sighed, approaching the wall and studying the portraits. These were scenes of martyrdom, the painted saints covered in blood, each work bearing Nicola Castiglione's signature. I guess search elsewhere. Yeah. So what? See where the corridor leads? We've done the chapel and the rooms. Yeah, let's see where the corridor leads. Terziani suggested, walking quickly towards it. The corridor led from the cloister to what appeared to be, given its size and furniture, a refectory. Approximately halfway through the passage were 2 doors, one on the left leading to a library, if one were to believe its plate. The corridor seemed to narrow, but it was just an illusion caused by the multitude of paintings swarming the walls, all of them portraying gruesome scenes of mutilated saints. There's a refractory down the corridor. Let's check the room on the right. I don't know if I like this. I think we should get out of here. The further that we get into this, yeah, I think we should, let's get out of here. I don't know. It didn't feel right. Okay, so we've made it to the other side. So where else can we go? Is there... I don't think there's anything else north of the map. Is this the last place that we can go then? Well, I guess we go back inside then. See what's in there. Let's go in. Let's get in. Yeah, so head towards the rooms. Oh no, we've already been in there. My bad. Corridor. And let's check the room on the right. Ultimo suggested, cautiously approaching with a weapon in hand. The room turned out to be the old Covenant pantry, with chests and shelves brimming with blankets and rotten provisions, their smell saturating the area. We should search elsewhere. There's a door here, Terziani exclaimed, pointing at a door half hidden by the furniture. Perhaps it leads to a storage room? He wondered, approaching it. Let's see what's inside, Terziani said, putting his hand on the handle and pushing it. The door barely opened, but the horrid stench of rotting flesh immediately filled the air. Within the room were more than 20 headless dead, writhed, imprisoned by chains. They had been decapitated years ago, given the intensity of their stench and the thick fluids covering the floor. Ooh, ouch. This is the work of Satan, or I guess just decapitated. All of them, stuttered the notary. Oh, the notary stuttered, unable to end his sentence. He gulped loudly, then added, "Just like the ones in Nicola Castiglione's paintings." "Oh my god," Stefani whimpered, vomiting on the ground. "We have to get out of here." Back to the entry. Let's go to the refectory. I have no idea what a refectory is. Refectory? I don't know, Lavetti said, walking in that direction. The sturdy door to the refectory had been locked. A sickening stench reached them while they discussed their next move. But, I mean, if you can get it open, you can get it open. "I can easily get that open," Lavetti assured, lockpicks already in her hand. "Come on, be a good boy," Vilma whispered, tinkering. It turned out to be easier than he anticipated, and the lock opened with a loud click. The large room was littered with painting supplies. On the right, several bare human skulls had been piled up under the light of 2 large candles. Chains and rivets kept a human body, headless save for its lower mandible, writhing against the shelf or the left wall. A macabre model for the painter, who was sitting behind a canvas in the middle of the room. Wait a minute. If Castiglione's here, then didn't we see his grave when we went to the cemetery? How is he here? At least still painting. I wouldn't be surprised if he was here and, like, part of the living dead. Nicola Castiglione, I presume, the exubitor said, unable to hide her shock. From behind the canvas, a babbling voice answered, "Are you here for a painting? They are good, they are. I make them. No. Father, there's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with me, Father." Let's capture him, I guess? That's our only option. Terziani cut short, approaching the painter with weapons at the ready and stepping around the canvas, hiding his figure. With a slow, trembling motion of what was left of Nicola Castiglione, raised his brush from the palette. Yeah, he's totally freaking dead, but he's still painting. Man, what is with this sickness? Oh, goodness. The glassy eyes and rotting flesh left no doubt. He was dead, yet he did not behave as one. He didn't crave the flesh of men. In fact, it didn't look like he even sensed their presence. He opened his mouth and they could hear him whimper. "My colors. Beautiful." His clothes are new. Show your nature, fiend. "I've never seen a dead like this," said Rodolfo, shocked. "I've read of similar creatures only within, Pelagati's Sine. That's the name of the game. I don't know how to pronounce it, though. Requie? I don't know. "Do not dare to utter such nonsense," Mazzioni ordered. "We are witnessing a trick of the devil." Why do I keep getting hit with stability issues? His clothes are new. Yeah. His clothes, they're new, noticed the exubitor. Someone is feeding him, keeping him clean and providing him with paints. How long have they been feeding him? Mazzioni wondered in disgust, pointing out the several human skulls in the room. "Show your nature, fiend," the Inquisitor commanded, horrified by that impossible being, a dead who could speak. All he received as an answer were incomprehensible, fragmented sentence that the painter uttered while painting without interruption. "We must destroy him," Rosano resolved, tightening his grip on the weapon. "We can't let this one leave, whatever he is." They struck him, but he didn't respond, as if incapable of feeling anything. They struck him again with more violence, but still he didn't react. Then, horrified by what he was, they abandoned all hesitation and simply tore him apart. "Let's leave this cursed place," Rosano said, with a tired voice, his mind burdened by the horrors he had witnessed. The dead hanging from the wall struggled and writhed, craving living fresh, and tirelessly twisting its swollen tongue, a livid and agonizing worm. Rosano was relieved to see the outside again, and cold air and roaring river, clearing his mind. Okay. I think that's the last thing that we're really supposed to see in this. Because that seems like the kind of secret hidden away that's like kind of signifying the end of everything that's going on here. I want to leave the rest of this stuff, like the barracks, the store, and the broken bridge, for you guys who want to try the game out for yourself to explore. I don't want to cover absolutely everything, because I want people to still be able to see stuff for themselves in the game. This is really cool. When I first downloaded it, I didn't know if I was going to play the whole thing. I didn't even know if I was going to like it in the one episode that I was planning on doing. But I gotta say, I'm really, really intrigued with what's going on here. They set up all of these expectations about this world and what's going on, and that the dead are just zombies. And I'm glad that I went to the cemetery, because we ended up seeing the Castiglione Italian words that I cannot pronounce. We ended up seeing their graves there, and then he's the one that ended up being still kind of sentient and painting. That's so cool. I really like that. I know all of this is based off of like the pen and paper game. I don't really know what to call it, because it's not like D&D or anything. It's called, what, Sine? I have no idea how to pronounce it, but I think Snake Eyes is just the title of this adaptation of it, and I really like this. I don't know any of the lore from the original game, but just in this demo alone, they were able to set up everything that was going on. There's this huge plague outbreak that's raising the dead, and this group of holy warriors that all have different skill sets that are out to cleanse the world of both the living dead and the living that oppose the church. And then finding this thing in an abandoned covenant that is against everything that they've been taught about what it is that they're fighting after seeing his grave. That's so freaking cool. I love this. The story is cool, the art's cool, the like music and ambiance. I love it. I really do. This is so cool. I really recommend that you guys try this out for yourselves, because there's a bunch of choices that I haven't made, a bunch of places that we haven't seen, and I want to leave that I want to leave that open for all of you guys. I don't know why I can't talk today. It's not easy, for whatever reason. Oh, but devs, really well done. Really well done. This was a really refreshing, if, you know, zombies and whatnot can be refreshing, really refreshing playthrough. I'm glad I found this. I'm glad I played it to the end. That was an awesome twist. Yeah. But again, as always, link is down in the description below if you guys want to check this out. But thank you so much for watching. My name is CoalFire, and I will see you next time.